Drone, not overcommitting to Zerglings by any means, and he has siege mode coming, but Qxc I don't think is going to have an easy time dealing with any follow-up from Idra.
Lair is nearing completion. Idra does know that this expansion is up. He's made some pretty significant hits to the economy and the ongoing production of Qxc, so he's got to take this advantage and work it very, very much in his favor. We'll see what he's going to do next. I'm curious to know where Idra is going to try to take his third expansion. We see a drone going out right now. Maybe, no, I don't know. A lot of different options there, but we'll have to see.
We don't see any commitment yet from that drone. Looks like Idra just wants it to get there first. A couple more barracks being made by Qxc. I think he's going to be quite pleased with that choice to have gone for siege mode that quickly, as we are seeing a big bunch of roaches getting massed up by Idra. But Qxc is not elected to siege those tanks up quite yet, trying to see if he can sneak it behind there, but it looks like he's just going to be building them up on this high ground ledge, and ooh, man, those tanks sieged up a little bit later, so that means that Idra is still unaware of the tanks at the high ground.
Uh-oh, that could be bad too. Zerglings will probably take this initial hit. They can also just wreck through these roaches. Got to be careful. There are several roaches on the way. A total of 12 roaches. Good game count. And here they go. Oh, Siege just demolishing those, but thanks to the range of the roaches, he will take out this bunker. And that might be enough. Could stop these refineries from going up as well. Going to try to just dance on the outskirts of this base, take out any units that he possibly can, but he does know those siege tanks are there.
So Qxc now trying to go into a little bit of macro mode himself. These roaches, we call them a stepping stone unit. He is just going to build enough of those so that way he can go back to getting that Zergling, Baneling, Mutalisk mix that all players know and love. There's the Spire about halfway done. There's the Hatch going down as well. Roaches, very, very tough units to deal with, so you have to build so much anti-roach stuff in your force. So this means that Qxc will end up with too many Marauders, too many tanks, so that way when the Mutaslings and Banelings actually get up and running, there's just not that much that Qxc can do.
Yeah, and there we see the speed coming out for the Banelings. Spire is about ready to finish, and the 5 racks production will continue here for Qxc, and then of course he's got the tanks coming out of the factory, trying to get that other refinery that did go down. A lot of roaches here. He did decide to take that base on the far end, which I think is a great decision. You really don't necessarily have the mobility, but drops could come into play later on. More Zerglings come out, +1 air attack for the Mutalisks, and 7 Mutas coming out right now.
Doesn't look like there's any turrets built anywhere for Qxc. How are his other upgrades doing? Well, he has begun getting the final upgrade, getting that concussive shell. But without any turrets, these Mutalisks are going to do a lot of damage. Idra also now moving to the south side of the map. Clearly seems to have spotted this SCV. Wants to keep that one under tabs as well. And with these Mutalisk count getting higher and higher, this is exactly what Idra wants. Mutalisks are just brutal, brutal units in this matchup.
Very, very proactive with that scouting. Meanwhile, a little force from Qxc is starting to move out. Do we have any Banelings out quite yet? We don't, and those will be important in these battles. More Mutas moving over. They might meet up with this force right here. Got to be careful. He does see him. He moves away. I expect a lot of Banelings coming here soon. There we go. 12 Banelings being morphed here as speed is finished.
Qxc getting very overeager, splitting his army up. If you both have big armies, that's the sort of move that you would like to do, but considering Qxc took a beating at the outset, that is a dangerous, dangerous play. Looks like Qxc is getting an armory, might even opt to get a Thor out before he begins the push, or could just be going for +2/+2 upgrades, as we do see there are those 2 engineering bays out right now, but still, I'm quite concerned about Qxc's plan for a future push.
Well, here come Mutas into the base of Qxc. His entire force has moved out. He's going to get some free siege tank kills, and if he can open up an avenue for any Zerglings to get in there, that will be a huge help to him. Mutas are going to be ejected thanks to all these Marines and the missile turret, but he did get 1 free tank kill. Maybe not as awesome as he might have been able to get, but he's just taken any harassment that he can. 1 Marine now is on the scout and will find, oh my gosh, not only the 4th base, but also this hatch being put down right here. He is just following these guys back. Thankfully, he does have some defense set up.
It does look like Idra is slowly pulling farther and farther ahead, and it looks like Qxc saying, I'm going to try to win with 1 big 200-200 push. He is getting 2 additional factories, macroing like crazy out of all these racks. I definitely don't blame him. I think that is a very smart decision to go for the huge 200-200 push, or perhaps he's just going for a big attack right now.
Yeah, he might be doing it. Mutas are going to move back into the base of the Terran, so he might just commit once he comes in. Here we go, working on the tech lab here of the barracks, going to take out lone Marines, go after the reactor as well, so that will cut the production a little bit for Qxc. Meanwhile, a little force does move up and gets totally obliterated. You were watching that. What happened?
It looks like Qxc was just trying to pick off some outlying banelings. Looks like some more missile turrets are going down for Qxc. He's trying to figure out some way to account for this possible counterattack that can go on. Qxc can't really leave his base until he cleans up all these Mutalisks, but as we see, there are 18 of them out on the field. So until Idra starts losing lots and lots of those, I mean, he is going to be in an absolute dominating position.
Yeah, and more missile turrets going up. Of course, Qxc doing a good job spending his money, staying down. Idra right now hitting 200 and starting to let some of that mass up there. He is getting some upgrades here. He got another Evo chamber going down so he can get double upgrades, and we are going to Hive as well. So currently for the unit tab, this 200 army is several banelings, about 25, 81 drones, 46 Zerglings, and 25 Mutas. Don't forget, we've also got those 12 roaches, and here comes a big push.
25 Mutalisks. I mean, Qxc has about twice that many Marines. So that means one good Baneling hit can spell doom. And here's the spread. He needs to stim. He does it at a good time, but those Banelings are about to roll in and do huge damage, but they don't really do as much as they could have. Does not matter because the Roach and Muta count of Idra was way, way too high. And there's a good game. Idra 3-0's Qxc.
The final boss cannot be defeated. Qxc, he certainly had a long day, and there was a big, big final boss at the end. EG.Idra, all three games, of course, having that map advantage, but on Metalopolis, you know, that was pretty even. Idra just played very, very well. Had that really early attack with the Roaches, knew exactly when to stop reinforcing those Roaches, just rode the wave in.
Yeah, Qxc definitely looked like a little bit of a different player in that game when you compare it to how he's performing against Slush and Machine. Seemed to be in absolute total control, but could never quite seem to get his hands around the slippery eel that is Idra Fields.
Yeah, and so that means that Idra, as a final boss, has actually taken down two EG Masters winners. The first one, Huck, and the second one, Qxc, as he still he gets to steal away the golden ticket and says no MSI notebook, no GT660 for you. And there it is. Unfortunately, Qxc will not get it. I understand that he just bought a laptop to take to Spain. He could have had double laptops. But,
true, it could have been dual wielding, could have been 2 versus 2ing with just himself, but unfortunately, he'll have to stick with either a partner or the 1v1 circuit. But knowing Qxc, he will definitely be training hard next semester. A lot of tournaments in Europe I know he's attending, so best of luck to him. And congrats on, at the very least, he won $1,000 and had an impressive run in the tournament.
Hell yeah, absolutely. I was very, very much entertained by Qxc's games. All of the players throughout the tournament. Definitely want to give them shouts out. Of course, thanks to MSI and MSI Notebook for sponsoring the EG Masters Cup. There are the final results. Root Slush with a $250 third prize. Nova Star Life with a $500 win. And Root Qxc won the $1,000. He could not best Idra. Idra took him down in a 3-0. Some interesting games. So congratulations to Idra for keeping his title as the final boss. There are the final brackets as well. You'll be able to relive these games via VOD very, very soon. They'll be going up over the next couple days, and I just want to say thanks for EG for letting us come here and broadcast day. As always, it's totally a pleasure, and I want to make sure people check out your shows.
Oh my goodness, there's actually a special plate for me. It'll be upcoming now. Bam! There is the Day 9 Daily, where we learn to be a better gamer. We do analysis of high-level pros to figure out why they're doing what they're doing, so you can do it too. And also, we do reviews of some of those fundamental mistakes so you can avoid ever making them ever again. The archives are day9tv.blip.tv. There's the youtube.com/day9tv link, and of course on Twitter I'm day9tv. Or if you want to tune in Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific to day9.tv, you can watch the shows live.
Now, are your shows on during the holiday?
Actually, they will not be on. This is going to be a 2-week hiatus, but don't worry because there's content that still will be uploaded to the day9tv.blip.tv. In particular, the in-house finals of the Blizzard tournament provided by the wonderful Robert Simpson in the esports department, who also helped make this tournament possible.
Absolutely. Thank you to Rob Simpson. And yeah, I'm on the same boat. My shows are going to be on hiatus too. You can go on over to djwheat.tv, check out the archive. There we go. We got the 4th show on there. Weapon of Choice, Live on 3, Epileptic Gaming, and a new Starcraft 2 thing that we're running, Kings of Tin. If you like team games and you just like to have silly fun with maybe some pros here and there, check out the Kings of Tin, djwheat.tv. Check out the VODs at djwheat.blip.tv. That'll also be where we'll find the EG Masters Cup VODs. And then you can follow me on Twitter at DJWheat. Big thanks to myeg.net. Of course, that is the Evil Geniuses home out on the internet. They're not your EG. They are my EG.
No, baby, baby.
You can also check out their YouTube, myeg.net, on Facebook.com. Hopefully you made a prediction and you'll be able to win one of those Qxc Steel Series mouse pads. And also follow on Twitter at Evil Geniuses. Again, you mentioned him already, but Rob Simpson, big thanks to him. I even know that he's a fan following along, just as excited to watch these games as you are. Of course, all of the community guys out there, everyone from Team Liquid, Gosu Gamers, Reddit, Something Awful, NeoGaf, Penny Arcade, and there's a lot more other than that. A lot of guys following StarCraft these days,
definitely.
And we appreciate your audience. How about those guys?
I'd like to give a thanks to these 2 men who are doing all the streaming. If you love their taste in music, they are the men putting it on. That is Sir Scoots and Nick B.
A big thank you to you guys.
Holla.
Rocking
Sir
the body
Scoots.
that rocks the body.
DEFCON 3.
I gotta land a shuttle,
okay,
so we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, okay. The window's closing, Sir Scoots. Can we get to it, please? Houston has a problem.
All right, thank you, everyone. All of the viewers, all of the players. You guys have been a great help. Thanks to everyone who retweeted about the stream, who shared it, all of the moms and dads that have been watching their sons or daughters, actually just sons.
Just sons.
Maybe one day we'll have some daughters in the EG Masters Cup as well.
One last time, MSI.
I didn't mean it like that, Jay. Come on. So thank you to MSI Notebook sponsoring the entire EG Masters Cup. Alex Garfield, Sir Scoots, Nick B. It's been a great time, Day.
I have enjoyed myself indeed, and it's time for me to email myself all those replays so I can begin some holiday break study time.
Absolutely. It has been great, guys. Thanks for joining us for another Evil Geniuses Masters Cup. 2010 was great. I guarantee you 2010 is going to be even better. We'll see you then.
Cheers.
Peace. If you're looking